Hello everybody, this is Armadaninja and welcome to some more Dota 2 All Hero Challenge. In this video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a video on the Sand King himself. We have Burrow Strike as his first move. Sand King burrows into the ground and tunnels forward, damaging and stunning enemy units above him as he resurfaces. Then we have Sandstorm, and it's basically like he'll form a sand cloud, and that'll do damage if you're around it. Duration varies, and as well as the cooldown varies as you level it. From there, we have the Caustic Finale, apparently is what it's called, and if you damage something and you kill it, then it'll explode and do damage in an AoE, and Epicenter is Sand King's ult, and I kind of got a little bit disrupted here by the game, but Epicenter basically is, you'll have a 2-second channel, and then you can jump in or burrow strike in, and you'll do a bunch of AoE damage to the enemy units. So, this game doesn't really load, but here's a nice little loading screen image if you want to check that out, you know, for Necrophiles. And turns out that there's also a sale going on for Sand King today, so that's pretty crazy. Anyways, we're in the game now, and I plan on playing SK support this game, as pretty much everyone in Dota does as well. No one really plays a Sand King carry, it's not really possible, and I hope you enjoyed this sexy set I have for Sand King. Oh yeah, it's really sexy, yeah. First actually like legitimate set I have for a hero on the All Hero Challenge. So I do have a fairly good understanding of Sand King. That's why this build is modified from an original build. A lot of new things I added to it, and I ward up the entire map all game long. You see the Observer ward over there, that's mine. And here we go for the first rune of the game. Huskar, Tidehunter, and Faceless Void versus me and Clinks. And we end up getting a really good trade-off here. Clink's barely taking any damage. We do a lot of damage to their Faceless Void, and I as well pretty much shut down the Tidehunter in this scenario as well, which is great. So Tidehunter and Void laning together, Huskar mid, so we basically made our lane nice and easy early game, as you can see, because I can just continually harass them with Clinks, and we could just keep on harassing them and get nice and easy farm that way. So that's how Clinks kind of gets our farm up. And this is a very interesting game, and as you can see here, this is the best part of the game. Tidehunter DCs, me and Clinks are there, and I'm just like, don't kill him, just leave him be. Clinks, just let him go. Little did I know, Clinks has an arrow already halfway through the air, and I'm already halfway through my auto attack, so, and boop. Like, Tide, we won't hurt you, and then Faceless Void's like, oh. And, you know, Tide gets a little bit mad at that, but I'm sorry, you know. Nothing really we could do there, and Tide's like, dot. Okay, then. So, yeah, that happened, but later on in the game, me and Clinks are farming pretty well. I upgrade the Courier to Flying, and I continue buying wards literally all game long. Work on my Blink Dagger a little bit later, and as we harass this Tidehunter, a little bit of a gank occurs here. Void already commencing in the GG of the game, but I would not be so certain, because every game in Dota, it never ends until that Ancient is gone, and I've learned that through a lot of play. And then the Void just complains all game about his team. Was like, no wards, report Maiden, and he speaks Spanish, by the way. I understood everything he was saying, because I speak Spanish as well. So there's a little gang going on here, and I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna go Invisibre with my Sandstorm thing. So as you can see, they're kind of just like circling around like, oh, I'm gonna find him, and it's gonna be great. And then their entire team just comes to bottom lane and is like, guys, you wanna come? You wanna come to bottom lane? Maybe we could help for bot. So then look at this Crystal Maiden. It was just so tantalizing. I wanted the ass. I really just wanted the ass in my mouth. So look at this. She's just her health is ticking away by my Sandstorm. So I'm like, I want that ass in my mouth. So I'm pinging her, and I'm just like, YOLO, fuck it, I'm going for it. So just Burrow Strike on her, pops her like a grape, and then Huskar kind of Huskars me, and get wrecked a little bit, but we kill Huskar in the process, so that's pretty good. And you know, a little 2-for-1 swap-a-rooney right now, and you know, Clink's running away. We get a little 3-for-1 there, pretty good. 16-6 at this point, looking very good, and already Void just calling GG. 6-17. You know, it's just like, oh god. And he's just like, finish fast. And there's Epicenter, by the way, what it does. And I just decided to crush Void because he's being a bitch. And he calls GG again. So if this was like, you know, actually professional Dota, this game would be over already because we would have accepted the GG. And by the way, Tide scene 6, GG fast finish please means like Tide doesn't have his ulti yet. Yeah, I speak Spanish. That happens. I cut out all like his Spanish lines, and I talked to him in Spanish a little bit. He's a bitch. He was like, "Shut up," like, what did he call me? He called me like a, what did he call me? I forget. I don't know. But anyways, we're just kind of chilling out here, me and the techies doing our thing. Oh, he called me Maniac. That's what he called me. So, farming up a little bit, going for my Blink Dagger, already there. Going, then for a Yule Scepter, so I can kind of position my epicenter a little bit better, because that was a little bit of a issue early game. You see that courier there? There's an $80 courier, by the way. Got it in a crate, pretty lucky. So as you can see, I had wards all game long. Like, ward down by the river, wards in their jungle, wards in our jungle. Well, you don't see those wards right now, but they were there. Wards by their ancient stacks, wards like everywhere, pretty much. I had their map warded pretty heavily, honestly, but, you know, that's how I play support. I just buy wards every time I can. I'll buy a ward depending on what item I'm working on. Even if I'm like 2 gold off, I'm still gonna buy a ward because it's good for the team. So as you can see here, we're trying to take down this Huskar, and it looks like we will, but at the cost of our poor little Tiny. And then this Void here. This is where I actually get a little greedy. And Void chronos me, and he just he slaps me across the face. And I mean, you know, Klink strives for it, but he's too fast. He just gets out of there. And you know, GG, my team noob, but I mean, he got a kill, so that's good. Good for him, good for him. Huskar starting to tank up a bit, and the problem is with Huskar this game is that if you look at our team, well, for those of you who know Dota, I'll try and explain this. They have wards, by the way, at this point, like everywhere, and immediately, as I die, opens minimap, 5 sentry wards. This is my natural instinct. So as you look at their team, see that they have a Huskar, right? Now the way Huskar works is the lower his health gets, he has more and more magical resistance. Now Pudge, literally all of his moves require magical damage. All of my moves require magical damage. All of Techie's moves are magical. So that, as you can see, is a problem. The only one who doesn't have any magical damage is Klink's and Tiny, but Tiny didn't get farmed this game. So, you know, it's kind of like who's going to beat who in a 1v1, Klink's or Huskar. So that becomes the deciding factor on who wins this game, guys. That's like, I don't want to spoil it for you because I did a bad job at that last game, but let's see, you know, because it can come down to anything. And they have definitely some wombo combo ultis. They have Crystal Maiden, they have Naga Siren, they have Faceless Void, they have Tide Hunter, and then they have Huskar to clean up. So it's like, you know, if they land all their moves, that's pretty much GG. But if we can land some of our moves and get our heroes on it, we can win it too. Just like that, for example, where we got a nice little pick off on that Naga Siren and that Tide Hunter pretty easily. But as you can see, Huskar is pretty dang annoying and good. Just picking off the Pudge, which is like the tankiest hero in Dota. So that's that. So we're about halfway through the film right now, and I'd like to say that please show this series some support, because this took a long time to edit. I mean, trimming down like a 15-minute video from 30 minutes of content is not easy. But anyways, here we go. Going on Huskar, killed off the Naga, but as you can see, Jesus, he cannot fight that Huskar. He is too powerful. I just had to sneeze. That's great. I'm not cutting it out. I don't care. It's great. So here's a Klink's fight here, and we get a good trade-off there. We kill everyone. And we lose our Klinks and we lose our Tiny, which are our 2 carries, but again, Faceless Void is our GG. It's GG right there. Oh boy. Game over. It's all done now. But we don't really get anything out of it. We don't get racks, we don't get some towers. They're all just back by the time we can get there. And as you can see, they're continuing their boarding game, and almost every time Crystal Maiden respawned, she bought a gem. She just bought a gem straight up. And whenever I was in Chrono, Void just immediately focuses me, because Epicenter is just such a big move in this game. So when I fall, pretty much the entire team falls, honestly, because I don't have I have the stun, I have the AoE, I have the big team fight ulti to engage and initiate, and it's pretty much the big deal. And then Klink goes on the Huskar, Klink gets destroyed, and Huskar gets a weapon. So that is that. And as you can see, it was like 17-6. It's only 39-30 now. They've definitely come back, and it gets really close game. So as you can see, that was pretty MLG. I actually killed that Faceless Void there. So going for more, and I make a mistake and I die instantly, but okay. Going down the lane now. Over to there, Faceless Void, farming away, go on Faceless Void, and there's a little Sandstorm. Clink's gonna wreck him in the ass, and I'll get the kill apparently. Sorry about that Clinksy poop. So Void calling GG once again. He thinks that every time he dies, it's his game. But as you can see, it's clearly not the case. If it was the case, we would have already won. So Huskar leaps on me, I dodge it, which was pretty pro, gotta say. Huskar moves a little bit further up, and that's gonna cost him a little bit. But then Crystal made an ulti, and just like that, Clink's Tiny down. And I think Techie suicided in the midst of that. Pudge is just trying to run away, and the bombs are gonna go away and kill the Tide Hunter, which is good, but then Huskar has a gem, and he can just turn on me and just, wreck it. But I'm running, I'm getting that way, I'm getting out of there, doing my thing. Clinks comes in, and I get thrown up, of course, because that's just how Dota works these points. So almost a full team wipe, and at this point they're 1 kill from behind. And I'm already calling GG, because I just figured their Huskar is just so difficult to kill with our team lineup. It's just kind of like, it's kind of difficult to do. And I would like to make the point, by the way, that I've already played 3 games with Sand King. I didn't lose them, I won actually, but recently the Dota servers have been struggling a little bit, and every once in a while the Dota servers will just basically crash in the midst of the game, and everyone in the game will have like 500 ping, and when that happens, they'll just instantly call it like, okay, this game's not being scored. So I won both games, but the game wasn't scored, so I had to toss the recordings out because they didn't count. So this is my first game that actually counted, and figures it didn't go very well. I mean, it started good, it did great from the start, but as you can kind of tell by now, it's starting to go a little sour. We're struggling to get any kills. The Ravage, the Chrono, the Naga Siren, everything just really hurts, and we can get these little pickoffs, 2v3s, but when it's a 5v5, we just can't fight it. They got so much ultis, so much, team fight. Huskar has so much magic resistance, it pretty much negates our entire team's lineup. And it's just like, what do you even do when your entire team, like, your moves don't even affect one of the heroes, and that hero being the one who does the most damage, and can throw spears at like 70,000 miles per hour when he has like no health? Not much. So yeah, and we're just moving down the lanes. We're trying to split push all game after this, and here comes basically the final point of like, here's where it ends. So we're taking like a race, like a base race right now, and they're taking racks. They're taking racks so fast. I don't really capture it very well, but you just heard it. The middle tower's already fallen. We killed Crystal Maiden, but then Huskar comes back, and it's like, hey, bud, how you doing? You gonna fight? You gonna go? And at first it looks pretty good for us. We're doing pretty good against this Huskar, but then he, the lower his health goes, the more strong he gets. He shoots missiles faster, like the spears faster. He does like more damage. He takes less damage from magic, and there's not much you can really do about it. But that was a clutch play to get out of there, I gotta admit. There's our courier that Tiny had killed earlier in the game, and as you can see, Tide Hunter and Faceless Void are taking our last T4. And Pudge pointing out that we had to push earlier. And we kind of did, honestly, that you didn't get to see it, but we kind of did push pretty hard. There wasn't really much we could do against this one. Definitely some picks that could have been redone. Tiny didn't get very farmed. I mean, I could have gotten more farm if I got my scythe earlier, that would have been better, but honestly, there was just not much that could have happened in this game. We all did our part. It was just that, that Huskar was brutal. This is kind of how the game ends. Creeps are overwhelming, and we kind of didn't even get to their T4s, and they'll take down our T4s with rather no difficulty once their entire team pushes in, and here's the Huskar. Here's Huskar, and he's just gonna wreck Pudge in the throat. And there he goes, and then there goes Techies, and it's a full team wipe. They're all dead, and then boom. GG, and Huskar will finish it off. I mean, Tiny's up, and he's gonna go in there and be like, yo, let's fuck shit up. I got this shit. I got my tree now. I'm gonna get this shit on lock. I'm about to do some crazy shit on this bitch. But Huskar's just like, I don't even give a shit. I'm just going to take their ancient. And yeah, that's it, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be an attempt number 2 coming up very shortly. I promise it won't be this bad. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe if you're not already. Also, share Facebook and Twitter. And if you really want to help me out, do them both together. Not the best game in the world, but that's all I got to say for you guys today. Ninja out.